All you guys talking about roadblocks were pissing me off. I was like, now I'm going to be like, what are you reading?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading up on the Hellfire Club. Sunday afternoon reading.
That's why we were late, having to finish a chapter.
I couldn't get away from the book club.
Yeah, all you guys with roadblocks, including Veebs.
Including me, yes. Yeah. Because he's here. He's not well lit.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm jealous.
He's nice. It's like I liked the version 2, the re-release and the better colors of the previous one. That's a nice version 2 roadblock. But I mean, this is your boy.
Hey, yeah, damn it.
Right here.
And when the release date or the ship date jumped to this week, I was excited. And then they didn't change it until later that day. On the day it was supposed to arrive, it was still saying arriving that day, but it hadn't shipped. So.
Well, and mine, it's funny because it was like the last thing that I looked at on my phone before I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. And it was supposed to arrive the next day, and it had not shipped. Like no shipping at all. And boom, I woke up the next morning, and it's like item arriving today, and it was there.
Damn.
It's weird.
Daniel got his in Jonesboro. It's moving across the state. Yeah, I like the look of that. Now, is it the first roadblock body? Does he still have the left knee pad and just painted orange?
No.
It's new pants?
I don't think those are the new pants.
It doesn't actually have a sculpted pad. It's just kind of a flattened. Yeah. That's the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they just the way that I've got the other one over there.
Oh,
I guess.
No. Wait, I'm a liar. Because the first one did have a sculpted knee pad.
I mean, this is they look like pants to me.
Oh, but did they change it later? I'm off camera. Oh, it's the gung ho knee pad. We're kind of flattened. Oh, I left and he froze. Oh no. Yeah, it's they replaced it later.
Yeah. Oh, did they?
I think it's the roadblock pant or the gung ho pants.
Yeah.
Roblox. Yeah. No.
A roadblock Roblox. But yeah, it's in one way it's kind of like, oh, another roadblock in this line again. But this is no hate for the second version of roadblock, but I mean, this is roadblock.
Second version as in the repainted version from the first.
Right. Which represents like the vintage second version, right? I mean, that's the one with the vest and stuff. That's a fine version, but just not what you think of when you think of roadblock. At least I don't.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm glad they finally got it right. I wish I hope that it can get well, number one, I hope that it'll ship to everybody, and then maybe going around like other Amazon exclusives, where it's like they sell out and then they just start getting more and more in stock so people can buy them. I hope that happens because I know people missed them as well.
Yeah, because they don't do that. It was available on Pulse too, right? And it probably won't pop back up.
Think so, yeah. But it's good to have now. It's like I'm ready for some other characters now.
Change it up a bit.
Uh-huh.
We haven't had a G.I. Joe Fan First Friday, Monday, Wednesday, whatever in a while.
Not in a bit, right? Not since was the Was the pre-order one with like Breaker and all of them? Was that the last one they did?
That was in July at some point, wasn't it? Was that G.I. Joe July?
I thought it was June. Well, maybe it
Maybe
was
it was
July.
June. Maybe it was
Well,
that far back.
it seems so long ago.
It does. And I think, are people getting Breaker overseas or from overseas?
Matt K he imported his, so yeah, he's out there. So
Oh, Yojo June. It wasn't July, was it? Because they had other plans for not San Diego.
yeah,
June,
because
June,
Super
June.
7 GI Joe was right smack in the middle of June. So, and that was before.
Whoa, listening while cutting the grass.
Dang, that's what I was doing before this foray.
I did it Friday before the rain started,
Ah,
and so I wouldn't have to do it over the weekend.
that's good planning.
But it already needs it again.
Damn rain.
Canada is getting Breaker as well.
Really?
Damn.
Huh.
I'm hoping that's another one that pops back up after the initial shipment.
You want to army build him or the bike?
I'd like to have one extra just for motorcycle and have a body for
just a guy.
Yeah, rock and roll, maybe something.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I make one, they will make one.
Right.
What's on the agenda today? It's looking at toys I have that Robo doesn't have. Oh, hey.
Agenda? You'd think that there would be something planned.
Yeah, planned. We were on 5 minutes before going, oh, you should grab that. Oh, people are talking about that roadblock.
Yeah.
Grab that roadblock. Grab that other figure from NECA and grab those Marvel Legends.
Oh, yeah. Because still
Damn it.
not out yet. I forgot we didn't get to bring out Goliath last week because we had kind of a special edition of this, but to kind of like show off just, you've seen the pictures obviously, but it's still, I think, hard to gauge just what this wingspan is looking like on this dude.
It's crazy. And that's pretty much like permanently out that far, right? I mean, there's no way of bringing the wings in closer.
Yeah, I mean, you can position them up, or if you get a little cute with it and do it just right, you can arrange them so they're like kind of down, like that. But they are not articulated except for the peg.
So it rotates inside not out.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. And it just goes on pretty.
Pegs right in.
Straightforward peg.
Oh,
right
wait.
in the back.
So there's a hinge there. It'll go back away from them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can like put it straight back like that for sure.
Still though.
Yeah. Still the wings are insane.
Yeah.
But I aside from that, I do want to say though that as far as the articulation working and their painted joints, this is probably the most nicely engineered and articulated NECA figure I've gotten in a very long time.
You said the joints were painted, or
they're not?
They're not painted, so they're cast.
Yep, they are cast. Which painted joints has been a NECA thing for a while that I know most people obviously aren't crazy about. But this guy does not have any painted joints.
Oh.
So that's cool.
I'm ready. You think they're going to eventually, with the wings, the wings are probably off of it in the package, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you think there may be like an accessory pack down the road with the kind of cape wings, or is that going to be a separate release, or do we need to go third party?
I don't know. It's like, and I've been thinking about it because, the whole like cloak cape hooked together wings in the front, that's really cool. I'm also kind of like, I don't know, when I picture them in my mind's eye, it's like it's like the wings that kind of go up and just kind of come down to like circle around the body. That's really the shape I think that I'm most wanting, but I know most are after those cape wings. And unless they find a way, I would say, to have them in two pieces so that it can kind of hook together, I mean, that's going to be a massive chunk
Yeah.
in any box, no matter how they decide to do it.
I mean, the spread out wings are amazing for action and all that, but my thought is on the shelf, and I think that's most people's thought, is putting it on the shelf. And if they're all going to have those widespread wings,
it's going to take up some serious real estate, because let me clip these back on here.
I think I saw where to go. Does Goliath have a mullet? Well, yeah,
because I mean, these things are like 25 inches.
Okay, that's the question I was looking for, was about the span of the wings.
It's a little, it's not quite there, but for all intents and purposes, I think those are 25 and the wingspan is 22 and a half.
Gotcha.
When I measured it. So that's a little cool, a little crazy, but it's cool.
Never realized it was a mullet. Yeah, it's a
very 90s do.
Yeah,
for sure. But you know, I think a lot of people, I mean, people are going to be really pleased with it. And the tail's bendy. The tail's a little nondescript in terms of like detail and whatnot, but it is nice. You can get it. You can bend it, you know, pretty well. But obviously, this helps stabilize the figure. But you do not need it to get him to stand up, even with the wings on. I was pretty impressed by that.
So with that not having a lot of detail on it and them kind of making the body realistic, does it stand out against it, or is it just kind of, you don't even notice?
No, I don't think I really notice. The sculpt is obviously detailed, but this doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it stands out at all. I mean, it works.
Is there any kind of texture to the body, or is it just the musculature?
It's just the musculature. There's not like there's not like a patterning or anything on it to give it any type of texture. I mean, it's just it's like a bare skinned gargoyle, I guess.
So it still has a cartoon, kind of aesthetic to it.
Yeah, the wings,
$30, right? Or was it 35? Was this 30 or 35?
That's a good question.
I will look. I have a browser open.
The wings definitely have a very realistic leathery pattern into them, and it's hard to get it to catch in pictures or even this light, but there's a slight iridescence to the highlight paint that they put on the wings that's really cool too.
It's weird that they made that. Well, it's probably not weird. Bendy tail, not bendy wings. Like you couldn't flex them in the middle.
Yeah,
it'd probably add to the thickness, I'm guessing, of the fingers. I just did quotes, but I'm not even on screen.
Yeah,
fingers.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. It's like these are ABS, obviously, but it's pretty thick. But at the same time, the wings are extremely light. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's like they're not crunching or anything like that. They're pretty solid.
Yeah, if they were heavy, it'd probably be a pain in the ass to keep them up in the.
Yeah, but they are like just the right weight, because I mean, it doesn't take anything to get them to stay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So the detents in the legs, I'm guessing.
There are detents in the knees, and at the top ankle, and also at the toe. But okay, so they're strong enough that you can lock him into place, and you know he's not going anywhere. But it's not those detents that only skip from one to the next. You can still find that in between on them if you want to. Yeah,
because too big a detents, I'm running into that with some figures, and they're either leaning forward or leaning back. You can't find that sweet spot.
Yeah, that's very limited when you can't like find that in between spot with them. So
yeah, you got to start working the knees then too, and it's kind of a crouch and a hunch. And
but the ankles are forward facing, but so are the toes.
Oh, so there's an extra layer of rockability.
Yeah, yeah. So they both have those forward-facing hinges in the toes and the ankle, which I wasn't expecting it in the toes.
Mark, I don't think these are out at the moment. You got that
No.
directly from NECA, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is a final production sample, so it is early, but this is a final piece. It's this is what to expect. And Randy, I remember when I was talking to him, he was hoping by late August, but some places will be going into September as well.
Rockabilly T.
Rockabilly ET. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's impressive from what I get, your pictures and everything
I'll,
else.
I'll tell you, if you are one who was planning on hanging these bad boys like from the ceiling or something, that's going to be a ball. It's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of there's a lot going on back here that will make it so you can have a lot of different options. I think for how you would hang him. Off like with fishing line or something like that, and he's just going to inherently look really cool like in flight.
What's the ab crunch like?
It's pretty good. It's not.
So it's a floating ab.
Yeah, it is, and really the top, this piece right here, that's a little puffy. In terms of the sculpt, so it does get in the way a little bit right there. But I think what you're really wanting it to be able to do is so that he can arch his back. You can arch him backwards a little bit more to get those wings to like stand even higher up. And if that's what you're using it for, then it's actually really nice. So the backwards bend is much better than the forward. But
and is there face swapping?
There's full head, and of course.
Oh, okay. So it's a full head with. You get 2 mullets with this.
You do. You get 2
Holy
glorious
shit,
mullets.
What a deal!
Yeah. But I've got the kind of, I don't know, the ferocious head or whatnot, but I think I like this one better just because of the personality.
Yeah, more stoic.
Yeah. Yep. So you get that. You get and I can't think of the name of that tome that they have, but the book as well, and you get a hand that is like specifically
for evening reading.
Yeah. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. Holds it just about perfectly. And then of course the jalapenos. But and then you get and like the hands.
Wait a second. Oh, there you go. So yeah, the monster grip
and the fist.
kind of and fist.
Yep. It's gonna be a fun line. It's gonna take up a ton of space. So for sure. But I don't know. Maybe on the shelf, like you can have most of them with the wings maybe back a little bit like that to try to get them next to each other a little closer.
Oh, it's going to be, I'm trying to picture it in my brain and I'm thinking it's going to be tough because the next wings are going to either be under or over.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. He's not on the shelf yet because I'm still figuring that out.
Because you're almost out of space.
I've been thinking about some of that actually. So
yeah. Have you come up with a new idea?
I moving some stuff around to be a little bit more cohesive and have stuff more. Yeah, it's going to take some moving, but I think that's coming up.
I got to think there's going to be stone versions at some point. Yeah.
It's too, that's the easiest variation, right? Because all it is paint. So
and I'm still, and then I said, oh no, I'll go ahead. I'm going to leave it in, and then still went crazy. Still, don't drop 7-inch.
It's weird. It's like it seems like Star Wars Black Series, because I consider that to be like true 6-inch
Mhm.
more than anything. But it seems like everything else pretty much that I'm into now is bigger than that.
And you don't realize it. It almost crept up. I mean, and I don't buy a lot of the McFarlane stuff anymore. I don't buy all the Ultimate stuff. I don't buy all the NECA stuff, but I still get here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And I still, before this whole thing, I collect 1/12. I'm a 1/12 collector. And then I realized that same day I got the King Shark from
Yeah.
McFarlane at Walmart. I got April this week.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Have you
I
got
haven't
yours?
got April yet.
What? I got something before you did?
I got the one with the raincoat. It's delayed.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, look at that. Look at you're jealous, aren't you?
I am. Cool. That's it. That's a cool lenticular outside of it.
I didn't realize that until I put it in the screen, and then I was, oh wait, is that? Look at that.
But not to get cute, but right now I'm like jonesing for Casey Jones.
Oh yeah,
That's another Walmart one. Oh,
I haven't seen anything at Walmart yet.
ugh. It's like the new Super Shredders. Okay, that's cool, but that
Mhm.
Casey Jones is what is needed.
Yeah. Then everything after is just going to be, ooh, leftovers. I had to work that in somehow.
That was good.
Yeah,
Was good. That was perfect.
because I feel like with that, I'm kind of done with movie stuff. I've got my cast that I feel is important. Mostly the first movie, and except for Cigarette Guy.
Regular or menthols. But well, if I get Casey and then they decided that they're not making any more movie one figures, then I would be 90% happy. Tatsu is the only one that's really still hanging out there, but that's not looking like it's a whole lot of progress is being made there. But I say that, but then again, I would buy anything from movie one, pretty much. Movie two, and I'm a little bit more picky about. But that first movie, I get everybody.
You think they're ever going to go to the third? I mean, at some point, right? If they have the rights.
Well, spoiler alert, I talked to Trevor Zamet last week a little bit about that, and I think it's probably gonna happen eventually, and I think it's one of those things where if you enjoy the third movie, good, great. I'm glad that the opportunity there is not so much for the quality of the movie, but how putting the turtles in samurai outfits would make for some very interesting looking figures. So I'll give them that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, Danny's on his way, right? Danny has been pushed, but still on his way.
Yep.
I consider that gotten, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting. Saki and Yoshi. I'm not. I didn't. Has that been up for pre-order?
No, that's like
Okay.
I
Okay.
believe that's just straight to Walmart. So
I kind of feel like that one's. I don't need it. If I wander into a Walmart and it's sitting there, I might get it. But
that's a deep cut. It's for somebody like me, it's really cool. It's like I definitely am glad to be able to put that up on the shelf. But it's not something that I ever expected us to get, just because it's such a quick scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dan.
Charles Pennington. I mean, no sleep till Charles and Chief Stearns, right? I mean, that's where we're at.
Oh man, that's gonna be one hell of a 2-pack. That's action packed.
If anyone from the movie though needs a voice chip, it's Chief Stearns, I think.
Was Tatsu in the second movie?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
He was.
That's a perfect opportunity with some Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah. So a lot of information and tidbits about all of that. We'll have that later on this week going up.
We still haven't found out about the farm 2-pack either, have we?
Yeah, that is unofficially been out there and then disappeared. I mean, that's one of those things that, when you I think that, when you talk to people from company, before you start a conversation like that, it's important to establish some ground rules, types of things. So that was one of those things that if something leaks out there and it hasn't been officially revealed, they're not going to comment on something like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
until that happens. So that's something that we did not get into. And then I know a lot of people are asking about some of the logistical pieces too, and I'm going to try to get some answers on some of that stuff. But I'm telling you guys, Trevor is eat, sleep, and repeat Ninja Turtles from an art direction and planning standpoint. He doesn't do anything else with like the logistics side of things and whatnot. But it's crazy that he's the one who is like making the decisions about who and what and whatnot, because I don't know if there's a bigger Ninja Turtles fan out there than Trevor.
Yeah. And I downloaded that today. That should go up this week, early this week.
It should be fun. Should be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. Did you pre-order that pack sight unseen?
I did.
Me too.
Yep.
Right after I'm talking about I don't need everything, but the possibility of another Casey is
Yeah.
always
Yeah, and it would be tank top Casey,
You shut your damn mouth.
It's a flocked Casey Jones.
with carrot chopping action.
You need a big damn sword to do that.
Yeah.
And talking about baseball, Casey.
Oh, that's right. How about this? Still waiting for Thundercats Ultimate. They should be right around the corner, right?
They are all the last of them, I believe. What we were told is the last of them, because each character ships out when it's done, right? So they don't like all go at the same time. The last of whoever shipped last, I believe, is now on the water. So
sweet.
Yeah. And I don't know I can't remember if Kyle mentioned that some of them have already hit the port or the warehouse or whatever, but yeah. So it should not be long.
Was that last week?
Yeah.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm asking you, I'm asking you, and then I'm interested in the answer, like, oh, okay, so we should see. I was here.
Yeah. Yeah. But it does. It seems like it was a long time ago.
Raph in the tub with Leo. Was it Leo sitting in the chair? Or yeah, that would be an awesome 2-pack. I doubt it though, but
what's the guy got to do to get some food around here?
Splinter.
He wants some food. Bring some food.
Pork rind?
We've got those.
I haven't opened that pack. It's right there. I haven't opened that pack. I'm waiting for a movie display. I'm waiting for Casey.
I need to get another set of the turtles just to put those heads from that accessory set on, because they're just kind of sitting there disembodied at the moment.
That's right. I forgot about that too. I have a set. I've always been kind of leery of opening. I like that huge VHS package, which is still there if I take the turtles out. But
yeah, I kept that as kind of a fill in between the.
It's a Kodak moment.
So. Yeah. It's a Kodak moment. And see, okay, so let's do that. Let's do the Raph and Leonardo like bathtub watching over him, and then it comes with a swappable Donatello, like another Donatello head, where you can see the actor's mouth inside.
Oh man, that nightmare-inducing. You thought the putties were bad.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Ursa Major is a Kodiak moment.
Oh,
no. That's it. We got to end the show right there. That's it.
Oh.
Donnie and April 2-pack. Did it say anything about characters on that, or did it just say farm?
It said Casey and April
April.
Farm 2-pack.
I thought that's what it said.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah.
Somebody asked about this. What do you think of the Ultimates worst figures?
Oh, I think they're awesome. I've thought the designs themselves are really, really cool. I've appreciated the reaction figures, which means that I've enjoyed seeing them, but I don't own any of them, but they get me for the Ultimates. Those are neat.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. I barely miss getting to talk about them on the weekly. That'll be next week, but I don't know. I was aware of the property through the reaction line, but I never paid much attention to them.
Yeah,
they're just crazy
I don't know.
mashups.
It's just kind of doing fun things off of those iconic, base characters and just doing it the way that they want to. I think it's a really cool concept, and I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I collect 95% of the stuff that I collect is of properties that I have an attachment to, but it's fun to see something that is original IP.
It feels like lately there's been a lot of stuff to talk about like that, where it's kind of out of nowhere or something that I'm not interested in, but god dang, they're making fantastic action figures of that.
That's a slick looking figure right there.
Yeah.
And he's got his shit list and everything else. That's just fun.
And a map, and you need a parrot, right?
Yeah, right.
In two different, it's not like, there's two of them, so you won't be at a loss for pirate. But this is, I feel like I've seen this somewhere, somehow, in a movie or cartoon, or
I mean,
but I haven't.
That's the holy grail that he comes with, right?
No,
that's not the cup of a carpenter.
That's right.
No, I just I like the idea that this one's really cool too. I think because it's like, with Dracula, it's always the guy or the bat, but this is the bat guy, and it's like taking the best, both of them in both forms and putting them together. And the one with the with the glasses, the round glasses that look like the old sunglasses that old people used to wear over their glasses. That's pretty hot.
Now, okay, the big question though, would you call this Batula or Batula? How do you pronounce the name?
Batula is how I just hear it in my head.
Batula,
yeah.
Batula, because I'm going spatula.
Batula, yeah. Definitely not Batula, but Batula or Batula. Yeah, however.
But you can imagine everybody going Batula, and then this guy turns around and it's Batula. Batula.
That is an excellent point.
It's Frankenstein.
That's a very good point, actually.
Batula, right? Yeah, that's where I went first.
Yeah. You know what? I think we got to do both. I think that we say it like Batula, and he says it like Batula.
Batula.
Yeah.
Batula.
But it makes me. And yes, these characters have existed because the worst has been out in reaction. But I mean, now that it's bringing it into our wheelhouse, it's like I want to see a cartoon or something of this now.
It feels like, well, they obviously did it in Ultimate's form to capture a different audience from the reaction, crowd.
Yeah,
but it feels fresh and new, even though it is kind of old.
Well, and I like that, when Super 7 does a one-off release, it's cool. But at the same time, if you want like more from that area, it can be not frustrating, but it's like, okay, we're getting one. It's going to be the really long haul here with
Right.
this. But releasing two of them together like this, I think, is really perfect because you start to build a collection, but they know that it's not something like Thundercats or Turtles where here's 4 of them, spend $200 on it. Doing it this way, I think, is smart for them to start kind of seeding that.
You can kind of it's easier to fit in with the rest of the waves that you do want.
Yeah, it's smart because
Is
they've
this? I didn't
been
even
pretty
realize
heavy
this
lately.
sword. I didn't realize this was a scabbard. It forms a bone with a skull on top.
It's like the walking stick thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sword goes inside.
Yeah.
Oh, we do need Scooby-Doo Ultimates.
We need Hanna-Barbera Ultimates, period. Like all of them. All that wacky ass shit. I'm there.
It almost seems like every other FwooshCast devolves into talking about Hanna-Barbera wanting action figures from
That's all
somewhere.
right. That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that they've done and everything that they're doing, it just seems like the aesthetic of Hanna-Barbera to me fits the Ultimates formula very, very well. Like people can argue back and forth about things like Thundercats and Ninja Turtles and like articulation points and what should be included and what shouldn't. But Hanna-Barbera is just that type that it's like that cleanness to it. And you probably most people aren't expecting tons and tons and tons of articulation on Hanna-Barbera characters. That fits the Ultimates format very, very well, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Or every time
Thundar.
I'll always sing the praises of Thunder.
Yeah. To have a Thundar that's in like the same style as He-Man, that'd be pretty neat.
Dude. Yeah, and then make them all compatible.
Uh-huh.
Ultimates Frankenstein Jr. Frankenstein Jr.
Frankenstein. And Igor.
Oh man. How about a grape ape ultimate to scale? Damn.
That is what that's exactly the type of thing that I am talking about. Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's more than Thundar. I think is Herculoids at this point because I want all their little the
bleeps and gloops.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I don't remember my tour. I don't know if that was earlier or not as popular. Or
you know, it's funny because it's like it's whatever you was like on reruns where you live, right? Because you know, I've got some cousins that don't live too far away from here, but they don't live in like the metro area. And I mean, because they would have reruns of like Wacky Racers and stuff like that with like Penelope Pit Stop and whatnot. And I remember that stuff really well. They never saw any of that. So it's because I mean, God, I would go crazy just for the Wacky Racers. You know, that would be insane.
We were kind of spoiled with the satellite feed, but
yeah, I bet.
And the morning cartoons that I never saw. That's how I saw Tiger Sharks, but apparently not Silverhawks.
And see, I'm the other way around. I mean, I definitely remember the Silverhawks toys more than in the cartoon, but I did see the cartoon, but I never saw the Tiger Sharks cartoon ever.
That's crazy.
Ever. I don't know anything about Tiger Sharks except for what I've gone back to now.
Right.
Yeah.
Grape Ape can ride on top of the Mystery Machine.
Heck yeah.
Super 7 Johnny Quest.
I could see that. I could see that.
Oh, that's another biggie. Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt.
Yep. I mean, it's crazy because I still have the Toynami Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt. That's like the last time he's really had a I guess there was that new Scooby-Doo movie where they had a Blue Falcon figure, but like a classic one. That was like the last one that they did.
That's around here somewhere, or I have them stuffed in the back of the Mystery Machine in there. But yeah, I was hoping for like a resurgence. Somebody grab a 1/12 scale Blue Falcon, but
Hanna-Barbera, that would be a lot of fun, and that would be one of those lines that I definitely have. You know, with any property, you have the characters that you really want, but Hanna-Barbera would be one that I would just kind of let that wash over. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever, I'll take it. You know, it's cool. I'm not going to get all nervous and up in arms because the thing that I want the most from Hanna-Barbera hasn't been shown yet. It's just I can kind of take that at a more relaxed pace.
Wacky Racers Ultimates. But well, Mezco there for a bit was kind of teasing some Hanna-Barbera, and they released Space Ghost, but
yeah. I think the format of Ultimates fits Hanna-Barbera better than 112 with the possible. I mean, Space Ghost is cool, but not many of the characters are that way. Although,
yeah,
say that, I would take a Scooby-Doo line like the Popeye line where they're like slightly realistic.
I knew coming back around there, and I almost picture Thundar being easier with the cloth fur type situation. A old school Grizzlor situation happening.
Yeah, let's get my damn Conan.
Yeah, before getting into more
right?
naked.
That's supposed to be like this month or next now, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be sometime.
I guess people have been waiting on that 89 Batman longer, so I'll be quiet.
Barely. I think it's a month.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. But the thing about both of those, well, I don't think it's as much as in Mezco's wheelhouse when it comes to naked action figures.
Yeah.
It's kind of out. You're used to cloth covered everything. Now they got to do this spray tan and all the paint work on that. And the 89 Batman is apparently seamless.
Yeah.
So they're both kind of Herculoids exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how it works out on the Mezco side. Somebody asked about Vapor earlier, and I didn't get Vapor. I'm not getting everything Mezco. In fact, I'm kind of getting less Mezco.
I think I've got Conan and Death Dealer sitting out there, and then the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. I forgot about that.
That may be what I have out there for Mezco at the moment, I think. And but the second that Dick Tracy goes up for pre-order.
Oh, I forgot about that too. They get you in unexpected places, like because I think I went in on Superman because it's just that clean classic look.
There is that Superman. There is one of those heads. He looks disappointed or sick of everybody's shit in one of those expressions.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've had a smiling Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know,
I've said it before. Obviously, you know, I've got the Fantastic Four on order, but where Mezco generally gets me is the non-superhero stuff.
Yeah. And they saw the popularity of Popeye, obviously. Because of is my internet struggling?
I don't know if it was you or if it was me right there.
No. It was me. I went dark on this side too.
I just assume it's always me. Yeah,
yep.
Popeye's one that I'm surprised we haven't seen the next thing yet.
Yeah, exactly. They don't seem to capitalize on it whenever something like that happens.
Yeah.
It's back to Rumble Society, or well, they're capitalizing on Rumble Society, obviously.
Yeah. Which, you know, I can't blame them for that. You know, it's like I can't talk down about that and then be saying, oh yeah, Super 7's doing their own originally IP and Ultimates and talk. I mean, it's great. It's great. Not everything Rumble Society is for me, but those pink skulls are amazing. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like everybody, and it's like I always say, not everything is made for you to like, and you don't have to like everything.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, no kidding. And the companies don't cater to the one side. Mezco's good about spreading it out, seems like.
But I will say that I hope at least, you know, a dozen characters or so, they don't approach Dick Tracy super casually, because I've definitely got a list of what I need.
But if it, I mean, at least you get Dick Tracy.
And Flat Top's my favorite Dick Tracy character too, so that makes it easier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Jabberjaw would be a good one.
olive oil.
Yeah, I need Wimpy though too. I need my hamburger boy.
Wish Rumbles, they're getting better about that though. They've kind of thankfully moved away from the, oh, if you didn't get it in the first 5 minutes, piss off.
Yeah.
That's the way that feels, that they made it purposely limited and caused some craziness. They've kind of went to at least 2-day pre-orders.
Yeah. And the Rumble Society quickly turned into something more than what I thought it was going to be too, because I thought, they did these pink skulls. It's like, oh man, I'm bracing for them to essentially re-release the same figures but with different colored skulls. And it's like, they haven't done that. And I feel stupid, like thinking that's what I want more than anything when they're being much more creative than that, right?
Yeah, but that's also an easy fallback. They do some creative stuff for a little bit, then you fall back to the reuse.
They did like some powder blue skulls or something like that. That'd be awesome. Be awesome.
Yeah. How about the Hair Bear bunch?
or what about the Chan clan?
Who I want 1/12 scale shirt tails.
Hey, I've got little 80s shirt tails sitting right over here, so I will take it. And Bogey.
Bogey. That's who I was trying to think. I was like, oh, I know it. I forgot it.
It's Bogey.
Oh, we were talking about this the other night. Me and Prod and Thunder were talking the other night while gaming about how you're going to eventually end up with a showbiz band in your house somewhere, right?
I hope so.
Now, does the bear that you do have a figure of have a name?
Billy Bob.
Oh, okay.
Billy Bob Broccoli.
Because it's the Rock-afire, right?
Yeah, I want the Rock-afire band the most. Fats Geronimo, Duke LaRue, Beach Bear. Oh yeah, they all have names. They all have names.
A quick Google didn't tell me much except Rock-afire.
Fats Geronimo is the keyboard playing gorilla. Duke LaRue is the space dog drummer. Beach Bear is the white, like polar bear guitarist. And Mitch is the cheerleader.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you want those in action figure form, but you also want an original, the whole band, right?
Oh, if I win the, oh yeah, and you know what's crazy? Here in town, somebody got their hands on pristine Rock-afire Explosion animatronic characters. They decided to get them all programmed up and open a bar. Yeah, that was like the thing. And they didn't make a go of it. It closed in like a year. It's like, you are doing something wrong if you cannot make this work.
So it was probably playing music other than the original Rock-afire.
If you go on to the YouTubes, you can look where people who have these things have programmed them to perform other songs. And
we saw it. We saw it at San Diego. They had it set up at the Deadpool.
It's amazing.
So have you or have you not slightly looked around at trying to contact those people that had the ones in close to you?
I don't even want to know how much those would cost, so I have not. I'm hoping that Justin Ishmael will continue on with those vinyl figures, at least for now, because he was going back and doing Fats after Billy Bob, so that hasn't happened yet, but that would be cool if they did.
We haven't got to the Legends yet.
Not yet.
But you find any more, if I have to drive a couple of hours for some McDonald Land pieces, you hit me up.
I want a McDonald's. I would take a McDonald's line too, especially.
Oh, yeah, there's the McDonald's Land. But that one thing that you were looking at in Tulsa that one time was
that was actually
Guys, right?
Yeah, it was the little ride-on. There was the ride-on hamburger and the fillet of fish ones that went back and forth on the spring like that. Yeah.
That would have been cool. Your wife would have been so happy too.
Yeah. She loves it.
I just got back from a 3.5-hour drive to hunt down that new neck of Casey Jones. No luck. Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. That's the one that's like ticking in my brain right now the most.
That's a grape. Grape ape.
Grape ape. Grape ape would be amazing. Jabberjaw and what was the octopus's name? Squidly, or I can't think of what his name is. Yeah, all those guys. All of them.
I am not Googling that. Squiddly diddly.
Squidly diddly. Yeah, I knew it was
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mayor McCheese and Big Mac related to Beef Boss.
Beef Boss is the one that went bad.
Squiddly diddly.
Yep.
Squiddly down under.
Dang. What were the mice? Those were the mice, right?
Mice?
Yeah, Pixie and Dixie, weren't those?
Oh, yeah. God,
there's so much.
You're hitting me with so much nostalgia.
And right, you know that, but that's the thing about a Hanna-Barbera line too. When you talk about like Pixie and Dixie, or there were a lot of Secret Squirrel and whatnot. There were a lot of smaller characters that you could like pack in with bigger ones.
With Morocco Mole. See, I remember some of that.
Yeah.
Inch High Private Eye.
Yeah.
Fit in somewhere.
Yeah.
But Goji, I'm not at the library. I'm on my own equipment. The library allows me to come in and put up this blue screen, you know. Augie Doggy.
Augie Doggy.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey.
And I mean, but I mean, that's not even talking about like guys like Snaggletooth or Snagglepuss and Huckleberry Hound, and you know the big ones. El Kabong. El Kabong.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be down. You'd have a whole. You'd get that middle shelf going in the room for stuff like that.
I need you to come take a trip up here so I can talk logistical like things, because I think I've got some ideas, but yeah.
I wonder, I mean, people think that when I come up there and we hang out and stuff, it's like talking about other things, but it's mostly looking at your toy room and trying to figure out how to fit more stuff in it.
How to make it go right.
Yeah. or posing stuff or moving stuff
yeah,
it's awesome.
Oh,
my kids don't get on my laptops either. My stuff, they have their own. I don't want to see their search history, so they don't look at mine.
All the
I actually had this conversation here in the past couple of weeks. I've been looking at building something outside or some kind of building or shop and move out of the house. Me and the wife were talking, and it kind of turned into, well, how about we build or have some kind of tiny house or something, and we live in it and just let the toys take over the house.
Dang.
Like, oh no, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, we'll just we'll come down here and sleep in the guest room, and then the entire rest of the house will just be
yeah.
This.
I'll build a wall so the kids can, even though I've only got a couple more years with them.
Yeah.
Then it becomes the He-Man room and the Transformers room and the Star Wars room. No, it's not going to happen.
Star Wars. Do you have a basement?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say you're going to need a Star Wars floor for you.
Yeah. Especially if they come with that Rancor. I'm hoping we get some breathing room with Transformers announcing their HasLab. Well, I don't know if they're announcing it or they're just kind of, here's what we're doing.
It's like my dudes, we're headed into holiday season soon, so
Yeah.
you guys are killing me.
But if anything, I don't need the Transformers one at all. I don't have any interest. So that being in between, hopefully Galactus and
Yeah,
Rancor, that would be awesome.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
If they didn't cost so much, yeah,
Yeah, that
doubled
would
up
be
on the
cool.
inside.
Give that a year or two, and it might come down into
Because everything is.
yeah.
I decided to wait until earlier this year to, finally build my porch and everything. And whew, that's the worst
Lumber
time
got a
ever.
little crazy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, do we want to talk about it?
Do you want to talk about it? We don't want to talk
Yeah.
about Legends, right?
You want to talk about it? Well, I mean, there's legends to be talked about, right?
We need a 3-pack, Matt. We also need Ariel.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You hit me up earlier in the week, and this has been a crazy week. So
yeah. So this arrived unexpectedly. But even if I was expecting it, it's early. So this is a final piece. I got confirmation on that. So it seems to me that I don't know. Maybe they'll be out before that. What's it slated for?
shit, man, I
think it's
can't even remember.
December.
I thought it was towards later in the year, but I think they're doing that with a lot of release dates right now.
Well, that's the thing. I pre-ordering the Fantastic Four like March of next year. I'm like, what?
yeah. But you got to think it's before that. They're just kind of padding.
Yeah. But this slick new Wolverine themed Marvel Legends set arrived, and this obviously has a little bit of I don't know what do you want to call it, history or something, because Callisto is
Callisto,
yeah,
being the best character in that set.
Yeah, and it's not just because we got the opportunity to reveal, but I've waited to open this just because I haven't done that. We haven't done anything like that in a minute, so I figured we could open it now and kind of take a look at this set that it's cool, but it's weird at the same time, right?
It is kind of weird. I mean, it almost feels like I hate to say it though, because I kind of like the new deco on Omega Red.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Cyber. It's all new characters, but it still feels kind of rehashy, or it's an easy set to make.
Yeah. It feels like this all came together from stuff that may have originally thought to be somewhere else, right?
yeah, exactly.
But I don't complain about getting new classic Legends characters, right?
Right. The big complaint I can see is it's a 5-pack. If you only wanted Callisto or Mastermind to go with your Morlocks, or your all the Morlocks we have, or the Hellfire, then you have to get a Wolverine, you have to get another Omega Red, you have to get Cyber.
Yeah.
Or if you only want Cyber, boom, it's the
yeah. So what do you want to start with?
Anything good on the back side of the box?
Well, I just threw that on the
he just threw it away. It's incinerated.
I just threw that in the fire pit.
He's got a fireplace under his desk right there.
Yeah. No, not really. I mean, the art's
okay. So it's just I remember that picture now from the
and the
headshots.
The sides got this going on.
Are those the digitals or some kind of artwork? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
renders.
Yeah, it's the renders. But Mastermind and Wolverine are different one side to the next.
Oh, okay. Since they have alternate heads. What about Omega Red? He's gritting on that side. He's screaming. Okay.
Omega Red is too. Yep.
Gotcha. That's kind of cool, showing the variant.
Yeah. So, I mean, with the exception of, very few boxes, it just kind of goes in the in the recycling anyway. But so yeah, I don't know. You want to start with Wolverine?
Yeah, go for top with the main dude.
Yeah,
and then go from there.
So
I've never even thought about that.
So I generally, on most single carded stuff, it seems like Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, stuff like that, it's easier to open the bottom. So I usually do that. With this, I didn't even think about it because the top and the bottom are exactly the same, and it's just like a straight box. The box isn't oddly shaped, so it didn't seem like it mattered.
There's usually less tape on bottom, isn't there?
Yeah, but this was just a single piece. Dang, they got these guys in there.
Hey, Jonah. Got the set pre-ordered, but I only wanted 3 figures. Wondering if I should cancel or wait till it hopefully gets discounted. It's so hard to tell with that thing. I'm at the point in my life where I don't want to take that chance.
Yeah. Is it still available right now?
I don't know. I will check that. Marvel Legends. Oh, whoa. I better go incognito just in case my kids want to get on this laptop later and see I'm looking up toys. 5-pack. Yes, it's still available. $120. Okay. $120.99. Bottom always. Side for Legends. Yeah. I think I've tried it from the bottom, and the angle kind of gets you.
Star Wars Black and a couple others are definitely easier from the bottom, though. I agree. But so this Wolverine is, very much
your standard body we've been getting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which I think is perfect for Wolverine.
It is. I'll say the claws on this one have been replaced with metal claws. So, you're kind of used to having to fiddle with the claws on these a little bit to get them to look, correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me get this so I can kind of hold him.
Please tell me the claws are painted.
The claws are painted. Let me see just a second. But there's that kind of screaming face, which is okay. I think looking at these, I like the other one better. But the claws don't appear to be painted.
Okay. They're just cast in the plastic.
Yeah, they're just cast in the plastic. So
Castic. I went with you there for a second.
Plastic. Yeah. So there's Mad Wolverine. Well, I mean, he's kind of always mad, but
he's the best there is at what he does.
Hold on here.
Behind the camera strength.
Yeah, there we go.
For half a second, probably less, I thought his tongue was sticking out.
Licking his upper lip.
Yeah, he's like, That's up on the X crucifix.
Yeah. The Exafix. So, I think, I don't know. The heads are good. I still haven't, I don't know. It seems like the only unmasked Wolverine head from Legends that I've been completely happy with is the old unmasked Astonishing head.
Oh, damn, you're going way back. I was thinking, I thought you were talking about the newer old with the gray beard.
So the thing is that none of them have been. There have been a couple that have been stinkers, but Hasbro's done a lot of good ones. Just nothing that's really been like, But
you made
this there, and just so that Prod can hear Billy.
Oh, are there nipples?
Yep, there are.
Sweet, kind of hidden in the hair. That's actually not a slightly realistic kind of looking.
Yeah. So he's got him.
Okay, that was way too long, Stan.
Here, wait.
I'm uncomfortable now. No more nipples.
There we go. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool to get fist, because the fists have a little bit of the arm hair
Oh
on
yeah.
them too. So I mean, they're definitely Wolverine fists then, but that's a cool inclusion, I guess, because the piece already existed. But to me, when you've got shirtless Wolverine in either beaten up or raging, you probably have his claws popped, right?
Yeah. Is the hair up on his back too?
Yeah, but it's got kind of a bare gap right there on the back of his neck,
Oh, gotcha.
right in the small, or like in
Hmm.
between there. Yeah. So yeah, definitely has that. But it's a cool figure. I'll probably be diving into the bin to
Shut up,
see what other heads you can
asshole.
put on him, right?
Anti-nipple stances.
Free the nipple. But yeah, I mean it's cool.
Yeah, I already have my spot for that. I'm
Do you?
yeah. Check this out.
I shall.
And here it comes.
Shall we check it?
Choo.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
No, Would You Kindly Studios on Instagram. It's a little bit big, but it puts them up above the Reavers on the shelf, so that's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Dang. I like it.
Come, no. Here, I got a perfect spot for it. No, I wanted a shirtless Wolverine, kind of beat up.
Oh, okay. Well, I will tell you this. What I definitely like about it is that the skin tone seems a lot more natural on this one than it does on
I can see that from here. Yeah, the
original
kind
one.
of painted on look.
Yeah, he looks like he's like half zombie going here, but this is much more
Thing about it though,
vibrant.
they could cast all that plastic in the flesh tone, right? Is it painted
Mhm.
on the other one?
Yep. That's what they did. I mean, that's
Hmm.
a blank base. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So I guess one could argue that the bare chested version is much more
Realistic.
just this base is better for this than it is for this, right?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, because I mean, he doesn't have any sculpted costume details. Not that he would need much of them, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's missing from the one with the suit. So this
But we're not talking.
That's nice.
But we're talking about $25 action figures here.
Yeah,
We're not talking Muffix.
yeah. Mafex.
Mafix.
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 Mufix. All right. So I know we're going through these kind of quickly, but I think tomorrow, which means I'm gonna have to get to work tonight, have more pictures up on the front page.
Yeah. Closer pictures.
Yeah, but since we're talking about him here, I'm just gonna link to this and not write it.
You're nobody reads anyway. It's all pictures and
All right.
wait a
All right.
second. Why are you looking at me like that? What did I say? What did I do?
So what's next?
What are we doing next? We gotta save the best for last. Let's go for Omega Red. He seems to be the next one that people are kind of on the fence about.
Who?
Omega Red?
You mean Omega Red?
Omega Red. Omega
Red. Where are the mashup memes of that?
How many legends? Oh, that's it. Oh, just Wolverine. We're going to the rest. So you timed it perfectly.
All right. He's got lots of spaghetti parts. Here.
Oh, spaghetti. And I was thinking, oh. If it's more than a few sentences, I won't read it. And that's the way it comes. I mean, it's gotten people have gotten used to videos or live streams or stuff like that.
All right, so he's definitely this one right out of the yes, that is true. This one right out of the package to me is much more dynamic as far as the different color breaks than the original, right? The white
Yeah,
boots kind of alone do it. And I like the omega symbol on the headband
I
actually
think that's the
being
biggie
white
for me.
too. Mhm. The red is definitely lighter. I mean, it may not be for some people that might not be a huge deal, but this one, the new one, just seems more dynamic, right? And if you want to really get into it, I can't believe that I actually was able to find this
Yeah.
spindly old thing here, but I think that's like all the Omega Red figures that I own.
Seems like that seems about right.
Yeah.
I'm liking the white.
Yeah, I like it a lot too, more than I thought I would, because I thought that it might not look as like detailed or something or unfinished, but I really do like it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
You
hey.
got a set too, didn't you?
But
But yeah, the white is looking sweet.
let me plug in his tentacles here,
Tentacles.
tentacles. That kind of turned. Go for one of the shorter ones over here.
I like the red on the last one better.
It's more realistic, and I think there's more shading to it, but it doesn't pop as much, I think.
This is full on. I feel like when I looked through a bunch of pictures, it was kind of Jim Lee-ish, kind of
Yeah.
video game-ish.
Video gameish.
Video game-ish.
It's video gameish. But the tentacles, I think, are just all, repeated in white, obviously, again, against the silver or gray of the previous release. So there is that difference for sure.
No, no, on those straps up top, the silver canisters are also painted kind of different from the.
Yes, they are not as detailed because the old one has that red accent down the middle of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But then you have the silver up on the shoulder pads. Oh well, it's a deeper silver or darker.
Yeah, this is painted silver and this is cast silver, I think. Yeah, it is. So
The Omega symbol and the boots, I think, are the big.
yeah, that's
for me.
that's definitely the big part of it. I'll agree with that. But okay, so this is the yelling head. Let me see if that'll help if I put this behind it. If I can do this.
It's hard to aim and block your face at the same time.
But there's the.
I don't usually go for the screaming heads.
I don't either. It takes a very specific character, I think, to
Yeah,
get me
your
to.
banshees, your sirens.
Yeah.
The newer just looks more comic.
I can agree with that.
Oh, the things by his mouth. Oh, that is some kind of metal thing, isn't it? By his skull.
Yeah, his like retainer.
Yeah.
They are not. They are painted. It's just, well, they're painted a shinier color, or they're not painted, and the rest of the face has been hit with some airbrushing.
So it's a subtle difference.
It's very, very, very subtle. It is different, definitely as apparent as the previous version.
Gotcha.
But just because I know that's probably going to be the next question.
Oh, old head, new body.
Old head, new body.
So this, I mean, it's hard to tell, but seems to match.
I mean, these are the same, so
Oh, yeah. Just more. Well, the eyes seem a little bit darker too.
yeah, and the gums are painted on both of them. The original one, it almost looks like they're black, and this new one, it's red.
Oh, kind of a. Well, what shade of red? Is it kind of an omega? Oh my god! I'm glad I'm off camera.
It seems to match the rest of the red of the figure. We'll say that
Gotcha.
he coordinates his gums with his outfit choice.
It kind of loses the the way you're holding them. I can't quite tell. It almost seems like that ponytail sticks up more on the new head than the old, but it's the same sculpt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me.
Okay, that's just an angle or something.
Yeah. Let me see if I can even that out.
Okay, yeah, but they're it's still hard to tell. Nah, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it is.
It may just.
It's just I'm not very good at this. That's so yeah, I think this one's probably gonna replace the old one. But I think it's pretty close. If you missed out on the previous Omega Red, I don't think that I think most people will be happy with this one, and not forget about not having the other one. But really, the head and the deco, the alternate head and the deco is the only new stuff going on, and it's not even the whole head. I think it's just the hair, the headband piece and the hair. I think.
Okay, so they doubled up on the hairpiece.
Yeah.
You could take the, and I know that it fits. It's the same figure. You take the silver tentacles from the old one and put it in the new one if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like the white tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do that now.
Yes.
So
that gives you a little bit more realistic. Not well. I can't even say realistic. It's tentacle coming out of a dude's arm, but yeah, more metallic look.
But if you think there's too much just red and white, this coordinates with that.
Yeah.
So it works. And actually, if you wanted to, you can take you can take 2 harnesses off and swap them.
Oh, I guess you could, huh?
Yeah. So
that would, you got to pop the arms, or is there a like a tab?
No, it's just the belt comes off back here, and you can pull it right off of there.
Sweet.
So yeah, you could definitely do that. So I don't know, maybe the best version of Omega Red is a hybrid of the 2 figures, just depending on your sensibilities, I guess. Oh, you know what? No, they're not. That's where the plates on the tops of the hands. This is a case where I really like the previous version better because you got the symbol and then you don't. The new one doesn't have the symbol.
Is it sculpted on or just painted?
It's just painted.
Oh, okay.
So again, though, it's just hands. The red's not going to match exactly, but I guess if you really wanted that, you could swap them. But the red is pretty apparently different.
This is becoming an Undressing Omega Red live stream.
And thus the alpha becomes the omega.
Oh.
So yeah, he's cool. I like the white boots and the painted omega on the headband. Definitely better on this one.
There seems to be a little bit more contrast overall.
Yeah, I may though end up going with the gray or silver tentacles on this one, just to bring this silver into the rest of him a little bit more. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll be mashing it up for that.
I don't know if I can allow that. You're
to to a factory released figure.
To do your own thing. Yeah. You got to have it as it came out of the package.
It is one way or the other, mister.
If you were a true fan. At omegared.com.
Oh, God.
What?
There are too many tentacles on this figure to invoke an Omega.
That's right. So who you gonna do next?
So who's next?
Who's next? Mastermind?
Mastermind.
I think we're getting to that point where it's kind of new characters for the shelf, but I'm going in order of my excitement, if you're asking me.
Well, Mastermind, I mean, I was looking forward to Callisto, obviously, but Mastermind is right up there. Just because of the character, just not necessarily this version of him. Dang.
Farmers.
He was in there. So they packaged him with what I consider to be the classic Mastermind head, which seems wrong for the body, but I am glad that they included this head.
Right. Because I think people were talking at some point that that body is that from a modern comic or some kind, and then people swapping with that too.
Mm-hmm. So this head should go on this body. Yeah.
Gotcha. But it's essentially the same thing, right?
Yep.
I should probably open my Hellfire.
It's just black and red, and there's blue and red and gray and whatnot here. So and they do the Hellfire dance.
Well, they can dance if they want to.
Indeed. But I've got that MCU Mobius figure on order because of the dark browns that he wears, and hopefully someone will make soft good versions of the classic Mastermind coat and use that Mobius with the brown pants and whatnot as the base for this head for a classic Brotherhood Mastermind, right?
That's a brilliant idea.
Glad I thought of it.
That's right.
But there's the head that I think is appropriate for this version of him, right? More appropriate?
I think so, from the cover that I remember 2 months ago when we pre-ordered these.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
It's cool to be filling out the Hellfire Club too. I mean, that's something that I didn't think that we would get to.
This quick.
Yeah. I mean, there are now more Hellfire members than there are Inhumans, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, Inhumans is about to come back around, right? At some point.
I hope so.
Or do you think the TV show killed that?
I hope it didn't, because I'm hoping with some Fantastic Four stuff that they'll treat it better now. But we'll see.
Is that a Triple H head? That's not a Triple H head.
You mean Terra Ryzen?
It's time to play mind games.
That's a Terra Ryzen head.
This head also matches the animated series. I wouldn't know.
This one does?
That one, I don't know.
I didn't think that. I figured it was the classic one.
I don't remember ever watching it. I was trying to remember if I'd seen any kind of stills or something.
I'll tell you though, that classic Mastermind, you're talking about the animated series. I mean, if you kind of sanded off that mustache, you've got a pretty much out of the box like evil morph head, right?
Put some more darkness around the eyes, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's some there, but you could bring it out to be right.
Yeah.
maybe.
Is it crazy that I don't care about the animated series, but I want a morph?
No, because I think I'm kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I mean, I'm not as, you know, that's not the animated series isn't as important to me, but I don't hate it,
Yeah.
you know. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
and
I want an animated morph for sure.
we ain't done, old man. It's yeah. You're gonna get into more of that here in a minute.
But
I want to get more. Yeah. See, we're not crazy.
yeah, well, we
You're the
are.
one
It's
that's
just
crazy.
it's good to have company there. So, um, so yeah, I will probably right out of the box display
Well, that
Mastermind.
more, but they've done such a good job of, and like we've talked about several times, I didn't care about building the Jim Lee X-Men team. That's not my era. But they've built it out so well that a morph almost seems like an a missing spot.
Yeah, they've done it so well, and it covers so many characters that's the center of my X-Men display within the overall Legends display, and I have a separate display somewhere else for the giant size team.
Over by your desk because
Yeah,
that's more near and dear, huh?
yeah, yeah. So I will display Mastermind like this, I think, right out of the box with the rest of the Hellfire Club, but I am waiting for more Mobius and a soft good so that I can get a classic Mastermind in there as well, because that's what I really want.
To be fair, morph. Ooh, struck a nerve. Ooh.
I
At this
haven't
point,
watched
I don't
that
want to go
either.
back because it's such a nostalgia thing. And I remember what little I've seen. It's like, well, I read this in the comics. I already kind of know how this should turn out or may turn out, you know?
But you give the propers to the opening theme song though.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've seen that on the YouTubes, and it's it's a banger, as the kids say.
Yeah. So here's this swap too, because I almost feel like this is more accurate, isn't it? To swap Shaw and Mastermind.
You know
Or
what?
not?
That kind of feels natural. I'm looking at that right now, and I like that a
I think I like
lot.
that better.
Yeah,
I think I do.
it almost feels it feels appropriate.
Yeah, because I mean, this is black,
Yeah, yeah. Is it accurate? I don't know. Don't care. It
but
looks
he's
good.
but he's the Black King, right? So,
I think so. I'd have to go back. What was he wearing in Astonishing X-Men?
oh hell.
I'm not Googling because I'm at the library. It's been a while since I've seen oh, actually, it hasn't been that long. I think I reread that series a couple of months ago. It's been this year.
Really?
He's wearing blue.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But who cares? He looks better in black.
Yeah, I think I like that better myself.
I know. Because that what was that last year? It's way old now in kids' terms. But yeah, you're not even going to change it back, are you?
I may not. This may be how it goes, even with your objections to doing such things.
Oh, that's right. You can't do that. It didn't come that way.
Now I'm really gonna do it. All
I'm
right.
hoping we get a lot of the animated series, an animated Hulk and Cap are on my list. We have Iron Man and Spider-Man. That's got to be at some point. They're
Yeah.
always probably down to make Hulks and Caps.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want that 80th anniversary cap with a lighter blue done. I'm easy. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. In a very uh, not so shiny
hmm
sheen.
hmm Yep. to go with the Iron Man that I painted from that the one that just
The
came out.
hologram or the AI.
Yeah, I got rid of I changed the blue to yellow and put black.
You know they're gonna release that now.
I'm sure, because tearing that mask off without it warping was a colossal pain in the ass. So
Okay.
that was keyed really deep. But yeah. Anyway, so
Gotta go cyber next, which is just
gotta
a whole lot more.
Yeah, and this is the figure I'm gonna show my ass on because I really do not know much of anything about cyber.
It seems like he popped up, and I'm sure we're gonna get schooled in a second, but I'm pretty sure he showed up in the Wolverine series, and I don't remember making it that far into that series. But I know Cyber from other sources. I don't think I've ever seen a story with him in it, though.
So he's a big boy.
Me too. I'm all over a new X-Men wave. So what body is that?
I knew you were going to ask.
Is that the weird costume Colossus?
It might be. He's all the way over there.
Oh, he's got poison tips on his fingers. Cyber made Wolverine cry.
Where's that head? Where's that alternate Wolverine head?
Yeah.
Crying Wolverine.
Oh man, yeah. Only man Wolverine is afraid of. And it is the Colossus body.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and Death's Head too.
Oh yeah. Oh, God. You know what? He's standing right there, but I often forget that we have Death's Head too.
Because it's the wrong Death's Head. Oh
yeah. But yeah, there's his spirit poison fingers. And he's a cool looking figure. I mean, out of all of them, he's definitely the most, straightforward, I guess.
I think I did have and read Cyber's original or debut. I loved Marvel Comics Presents, and I think I remember that now. Wasn't he on the cover or something like this?
Kind of smell his own armpits.
Yeah, something. He was down in the max top pose or something.
Yeah.
Wolverine does not cry. Veebs don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
But it's a cool looking character.
It
like
is.
Kevin said. It's the blue's very nice. I like how it's highlights and lowlights.
Yep, there's a lot of subtle airbrush stuff going on here. And I'm trying to get him right under the light to make it like blow out a little bit. I think I have, but yeah. It's nice.
Because it's essentially new hands, new head.
Yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, throw some money at the paint.
Yeah.
Do the arms have anything, or are they just kind of cast in silver?
I think they're just kind of cast in silver. There's nothing.
Okay. Still looks cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very of an era.
Oh, somebody threw out he is Paladin.
He's Paladin on the roids.
Paladin on the roids. It's not Paladin? Do either of you have any of those? I have all of them. They're in a binder, in a tub, in the other room, right there. And I haven't pulled it out in 10 years.
When I was a kid, I tried to get into baseball cards, and that's the only cards that I ever really tried. I've just never been into cards. And I'm sure Ryan Ting is like heard that, even though he's not listening, and he's like
his ears started burning for a second.
His mutant power has activated.
Why do I? Why do I just feel like we cheated on Captain Britain when I see that guy? I don't know. You think that's a good Captain Britain body?
I mean, Captain Britain's a big guy, but is this too big?
Brian Braddock in the later Captain Britain form was 6'6".
How tall is Colossus? I should know that.
I couldn't tell you. I thought he broke 7 whenever he
Yeah.
went. So I don't know. I could see it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a good Captain Britain. They've been teasing it long enough.
Yeah. Just a good classic big Captain Britain. Yep.
Yeah, because I don't like the Toy Biz. I don't like the more modern one. I
No.
don't like that body for him.
Oh man, that Toy Biz figure. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
That textured, and that wasn't a good Black Panther either. But that
No.
body,
That wasn't a good body in general.
Ugh.
I mean, even at the time when I was full on, oh, Marvel Legends is my only collection.
Yeah.
Was kind of, nope. Oh, Captain Britain should be on the new Herc body.
And just as naked, right?
There's many a time his costume got shredded.
Just wrap the Union Jack around the.
See, but I'm one of those guys. He's kind of my Marvel Catman. He was my Catman before Catman. You know.
Yeah.
I want all the versions, all the early versions of Captain Britain with the lion on his chest, but then he was shorter, smaller body. Anyway, Cyber.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that for being such a big dude, he didn't get like or anything, but he's the one who is accessory less in the set.
But he's got poison fingers.
He does, and they are pointy. He did have his nails did.
Pokey action.
Yep. So if he's got to like to administer that poison shot, then he's definitely got the nails for it.
That's adamantium on the arms, isn't it? Oh, this will be an excuse to do some research on Cyber at some point, because I'm known for my research skills before actually spouting off about figures.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another character who would be right in that height that we have represented on the shelf too. Because this is a big toy, right? Because if you have that Omega Red, well,
what is it? He's actually taller, huh?
Yeah, he is.
How does odd? For some reason, I was picturing them kind of even.
Well, I mean, they're obviously different bases, but it's because to me, then putting it like this, then this makes it seem like this would be too big for Captain Britain next to Omega Red like this.
Yeah.
Or am I off on that?
I don't know. I need to break out a tape measure and go hit that Colossus in there. But Herc sounds like a better. I mean that suggestion sound a little bit closer. But I don't know. I think I've hyped it up too much. Captain Britain, he's supposed to be musculature. Jesus, I'm in review mode. I'm muscled, but still thin in place, lithe. Yeah, I don't know. He's not supposed to be overly bulky. So it's, same figure.
But
literally,
he's got a hole in his back.
And did Deathlock have a? I mean, not Deathlock.
Death's Head. Maybe that's the reason why.
These figures are big. Not quite that big. Well, I mean, they're bigger than some Build-A-Figures we've gotten in the past, but
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, I think that was a thing too.
Rip the
Strife.
bones off.
I'd cybernetic rip the flesh off Cyber in order to get the adamantium.
That
Damn,
sounds
Strife.
that sounds right.
Oh, which mutant power would you want?
Oh.
I've always wanted phasing. I don't know why.
My this is so because it's so cliche, but it would either be the regeneration thing
Yeah.
or the magnetism thing, because you can do so much with that magnetism thing aside
hmm
from what the obvious things are, that it's like having 20 powers.
Have you thought about it so much, or well, that you've also considered all the downfalls of every power? That, like, if you only had flight, you couldn't fly that fast because you have shit hitting you in the face, wind
Yeah.
shear, birds, airplanes, power lines, towers. So I've thought about flight, and it's like, I'd run into something and just.
So even if I had a mutant power, I probably wouldn't be one of those guys that's like, all right, I've got this power, now I'm gonna go out there and fight. It's just like, how am I gonna live my everyday life with this? And still, again, the magnetism thing could be very useful, and the regeneration thing, I mean, you could just go out and do fun, crazy shit and not be so worried about killing yourself all the time.
Exactly. Like even with phasing, if that's my
Mhm.
choice, there was always the fear of becoming solid again while you're inside something. Does that work for bugs? Does that work for, things, particulates in the air?
Yeah.
Do you go solid and suddenly a bird, like, or somebody was punching you, or yeah, something wrong?
You've had your guts filled with bugs and all kinds of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
You're right.
Disrupting bloodstream, or in your brain.
Yeah.
You go solid and there's a mosquito in your brain and it causes a
Yeah. Or
yeah.
shit, just a piece of like grass floating around and it gets stuck in there, you're shorting out.
Mm-hmm. There's a downside to everything. Invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
when nobody could see you. You get run over by a car. You don't see it coming.
so the magnetism thing I think would play into my like innate need to be lazy sometimes. So that
Oh,
would be
you just want.
helpful.
I guess telekinesis doesn't have a lot of.
Yeah.
That
That's
way, it wouldn't have to be metal for
yeah,
you
that's
to,
true.
bring things from the table to you
Yeah.
in the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, so the telekinesis, yeah. I have
Telekinesis.
I haven't really thought about it a whole lot, actually.
What? Well, maybe if you're floating something with telekinesis and you're bringing it to you, and you get distracted. But that's an everyday fear. Get
Well,
distracted while you're doing something. When you're swinging swords, as
and the
I
way
tend to do.
and the way magnetism works too is that you could pretty much get anything to come over to you without much effort too, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Ah,
Teleportation would be fun too.
teleportation. But again, that fear of, you know, I always liked how Nightcrawler. Well, it wasn't Nightcrawler. He had to have either been there or line of sight kind of
Mhm.
thing. But even then, we've seen the what ifs where Kurt just bamps right into a gravestone or a wall or.
Yeah, it's even if you could teleport anywhere, you'd still want to make it within your line of sight to make sure that you're not doing that.
Yeah, because you don't know where you're going to pop up. Well, unless you consider it a portal top thing, and that, I guess, that would be Blink. You could just open a doorway and go through.
Yeah.
But then
I
I'd
would
always be afraid of. It's kind of that, if you were in an elevator and it was trapped between floors and you could get the doors open, would you climb out? I mean, because I would have the fear of getting halfway out and then the elevator starts moving again, or it drops,
chop you
or
in half.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'd be afraid of that if I could open doorways. I guess I'm just a scaredy cat kind of guy.
I think in that instance, I would definitely want to do the like teleportation, like the blink thing, open
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
doors and going through
Where you
it.
can open it up and kind of look
Yeah.
both ways, make sure you're not in front of a diesel and or you're where you want to be.
Yeah.
But then yeah, the doorway snap and shut on you real quick as you go through.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay, yeah. One last person.
We got one more.
It was the build up to Callisto.
It was definitely the buildup, and it seems weird because it's like I've had this figure before, but
Right.
it's now in final form.
And I'd just like to point out that the whole reason we're getting this figure in the first place is because of me. So you can send your thanks, or you can post your thanks in the chat room right now, and
well, and wasn't Psycho Man one of those figures that was on that list too, like right at the same time as Callisto?
Did they make it? Did Psycho Man make it on that? I think he did, right?
Yeah, because I think that was the one I brought back or something, because he's been on both of them.
Yeah, damn it. And you've posted on Twitter before.
Yeah.
There's no way. Especially when I picked Callisto and then they sent you the figure that week. There's not that fast to turn around. And if there was, we'd have a lot more figures.
All right. So, right out of the gate, I can tell you that personally, having handled the pre-production sample or whatnot, this figure is much more put together in terms of like quality at the joints and whatnot than the other one. So that's meaningless because no one is going to have that pre-production sample. But I really liked that pre-production sample, and this just makes everything more finished and more final. I mean, I think if we were going to get a Callisto in Marvel Legends, the pieces that exist that they've used for this figure, for the most part, are appropriate. I am not as big of a, I'm not a big enough fan of the character to like be pointing out little teeny tiny differences like I would on like a Ben Grimm or something like that. So for someone like me, this is a great Callisto for a character that we don't have represented on the shelf until now. And I'm all about it.
You're not a big Callisto fan?
I don't dislike Callisto. It's just she's not one of my, top 100, right?
Right. Perfect World, she would have had and I don't remember. I'm sure I was. I don't remember the tentacle arms. As I'm going to bring up tentacles again. Tentacle
Dang.
arms as much as her regular look.
Yeah. This would definitely be the version of her that I would prefer over that, even if it's not quite as visually striking. But she comes with the switchblade and then also the butterfly.
So 80s
knife. Yeah. Put it right on that giant forehead so you can see it.
It's like a movie screen.
Shut up.
So I'm gonna need this. And like I've said, I think I've said it before. This was my whole reason for buying this set. I can find use for the rest of the set.
Yeah,
but Callisto was my most wanted.
I'll tell you that I think that she's my favorite of the set. Because of the version of Mastermind that we got. If that would have been a classic Mastermind, he would have been my favorite. But everybody else, like Wolverine, is cool to have, but I already had it. Omega Red, I think this is an improvement, but if we never would have gotten one, I wouldn't have cried about it. And Cyber is cool, but I have obviously no attachment. So I think I'm with you. This is the winner of the set for sure.
It's one of those figures that I thought for sure we would get at some point in the future whenever Punk Storm was released. And here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean she's a lot of Punk Storm, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
With a new lower, is it a new lower torso?
Yeah.
with the painted on ripped.
Yeah, because that. Can you see it? Let me.
It's kind of hard to tell between the orange and the. Oh, there you go, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably should have been sculpted on, but
It's one of those things that if you've got the belt where it kind of naturally sits, you don't really.
it comes up and kind of covers.
Yeah, so I'm with you. In like one of those perfect worlds, it would have been sculpted, but it's not anything that I'm crying about over such a relatively small detail, right?
I got that reference.
What was it? I
Need
missed
big
it.
tweezers. The peg hole. Yeah. Start with Sunder. More Morlocks.
Yeah. Because man, I'm gonna have to I need to redo my Legends shelves anyway, but I'm gonna have to move Caliban around a little bit so she can stand with him because he's like way in the back right now.
Yeah. Although, well, I don't know. I don't think that was when he was superheroing.
I guess
But
you're right.
more Morlocks. And well, you've always put that shelf up thinking that we were going to pull it all down and put them in poses and stuff, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of a placeholder at the moment.
Yeah. I got to get some, and also because there have been so many great villain figures that have been released recently. I got to get them up higher than just on those bottom shelves.
Wow, it just jumped. I was about where did it go? Oh yeah. Nope. Morlock's wave. Morlock's wave. Morlock's wave.
No, Inhumans wave. Inhumans wave.
Crazy how we got a Callisto before Toad and Avalanche. Hopefully we get those two soon. They seem like no-brainers.
Yeah.
It's just one of those that they make us wait.
Yeah, and honestly, I no brainer is right, but it feels like it would be a glaring omission if it wasn't done, and I just can't see them not doing it.
Right.
I'm with you that with being able to work with this mastermind head to build, if like I said, I'm relying on the kindness of strangers to actually tailor a good coat for it. But if that gets done, then how can Toad and Avalanche not be my two most wanted X-Men villains at this point? That's going to be a great looking group as soon as it all comes together too.
Need a new Blob?
If we get one, that's great. If we don't, I'm fine with the one that we have. But I have it, so it's easy to say.
Exactly. Kind of hard to get. I was rummaging through a tub the other day and I found it. And I was like, oh, I don't have this on the shelf. Mostly because I'm out of shelf space. But
if they kind of took the approach with him that they did with Omega Red and make him like not so realistically and gross looking kind of, and just did more of that like round blob, that would be cool.
You missed everything.
Yeah.
You missed
there was brand new news that we leaked all over the place. And
yeah. Stuff we weren't supposed to share. Oh yeah, we need some more Bring on the Bad Guys.
Yeah. And I could fill a couple of those series just with Fantastic Four back.
Yeah, exactly. Between the and the more recent, I'm pretty happy with my Bring on the Bad Guys shelf. Yeah, but you got to get a Cycle Man up there, and have James Hudson as Guardian. Oh yeah,
yeah. Because who I was just looking at a figure the other day, a bad guy one, and I was like, we need a redo of that to go with the rest of the cool bad guys that we have now, and I don't remember who it was.
We should probably do a stream talking about the bad guys we want.
We seem to do pretty well with talking about the evil characters.
Yeah, but with bad guys, at some point, it's kind of like fish in a barrel. They're gonna come. They're coming around doing the iconic looks for a lot of them. We're missing a lot of them.
I mean, maybe even just like keeping it pointed to like redos, because I mean, I'm looking at Annihilus and Ronan right now, and it's like Yeah.
Yeah, redos would be cool. Redos are always welcome. How about we do a top 5 new X-Men or astonishing X-Men you would like? Top 5 or 7. Top 7.
What? Just that core team up to Colossus. I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, is that 6 or 7? 6. Oh, and we need Ord just because.
Oh yeah,
Or a new Danger.
yeah. I mean that'd be a different looking beast to get too.
Mhm.
Classic
Classic
Baron
Baron
Zemo.
Zemo.
Yep. Maybe that's who I was thinking about the other day.
Exodus. I never got too attached to Exodus.
Mm.
But how about a new Shocker?
Hey, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
Zorn and White Suit Phantom X. You're barking up my tree.
um
There's only
I would like to have a new lizard too myself, but I'm not
there's only
saying
one.
that I'm not saying that the Build-A-Figure isn't cool, especially with the T custom head, but I want more of a classic new lizard too. And
Yeah, kind of
Hobgoblin.
similar.
Hobgoblin would be an easy one too. I want a more classic. I want, because my Hobgoblin figure that I have hanging up is the Hasbro one with the old Toy Biz head on it still, because that's still one of the greatest heads Toy Biz ever did.
Right. Your internet lasted. Oh no, it's coming back. You didn't freeze though. Too
I
long.
don't think so. It like I said, it's getting better. And actually, we're gonna have the guy out to the house soon to move the dish, so it's got a more clear shot too. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Someone
Scorpion,
spider.
Scorpion, that's another one that Benty painted the face for, and that took
Which
off
one?
my edge for a new Scorpion.
Marvel Legends 1000. Genus.
Genisville, yeah.
I want
Genisville.
the genus. Is it genus?
That's how I've always said it, but I could be very wrong. Comic Yondu and Mantis would be a lot of fun. I agree with that.
Here we are. What do we do, baby? Spiral. 90s silver armor Spider-Man. A lot of people asking for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. See? They know me. They love me.
We need a classic Angel too.
Oh, it has been a while since it's been all Archangel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Need some feather wings.
Yeah. That aren't just like flat paper plate looking things on the back.
Man, are you talking about the Toys R Us set?
The
Or
the Toy
talking about
Biz.
oh, you're going back to Toy Biz.
Yeah. Oh, ew. I put that Toys R Us set out of my brain. I don't even have that.
I don't either. That's one of the few Marvel Legends I returned. I was like, nope.
I know. I just never went out and got it. No, yeah. So getting Feather Angel, I mean, that's pretty much back to Toy Biz then again, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If not for that one set.
Ecstatics. I need all the ecstatics. I doubt we'll ever see ecstatics.
Yeah, that would be a neat one to knock out in like a set or something, though.
Is that the only we only got dupe?
And I've still got it.
Yeah, me too. It's up on a stand. Floating.
He's obviously with the Deadpool weirdos.
Gen X was another one I didn't. That must have been in my in-between times, in the dark times, when I wasn't reading back then. Oh, I forgot. They did just show an X Factor Cyclops that looks angel. Looks awesome. Muffex.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can well, I guess it can, but it's got they had a lot of collars and stuff too, kind
Yeah.
of loose costumes going on.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Eh, like I've been saying, I'm getting more discriminating with Legends choices, just because I need to be because of space and whatnot. But so I'm getting a little bit more choosy with them. So some of these, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if I would be into some of these just because of what I'm trying to focus on with Legends.
Hmm. Hopefully, we get past this silly Fantastic Four stuff and get back to more X-Men.
You watch your damn mouth. That's the only thing that is like, oh yeah, I'm getting everything. But again, I'm left with that. I'm gonna have to go to Benti again because I really like the two new portraits that come with the thing. One has teeth, which is okay because I like the expression, I like the brow.
Mhm.
Other one, I get what they're going for with it, but I don't think like the eye paint that we've seen so far, it really makes him more like he's going at instead of
Uh-huh.
you know. I'm probably gonna have to go to Benti again to repaint those so that it'll work on the Walgreens thing as well. So I can have those expressions in classic colored one too. So
How many thing figures do you have? How many thing figures do you want?
like I've got a lot. But
Yeah. Okay.
I've got maybe 4 or 5 more of the Walgreens ones still in package simply to use for those purposes, you know?
You should probably consider using double-sided shelf units in the center of the room.
Who said that?
Avoid beasts. I mean, I've been floating that idea to him since the basement was a dark, scary place,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
But
getting
that
closer all the time.
but that's why that's where I've got some ideas for some changing up. So that
Mhm.
should buy me some time.
Before you have to resort to that.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, I'm not fighting that because I
Yeah,
think it's probably an inevitability too, and it's perfectly fine. I think it will work fine in this space. I don't want to do it right away though, because right now my girls are little and they love coming down here and running around and playing. So I want to like leave the open space that I have at least for the next few years, right? So
that is a big open space.
yeah. And they like to come down here and run around and play and whatnot. So I kind of not I already obstructed it with this that I'm sitting at right now.
Mhm.
So I kind of want to leave the rest of it open at least for a couple more years.
You have a cigar chomping thing head, don't you?
Yeah, Benti made
Custom?
a custom of that to go on the Walgreens thing. So yep. And I've got the old one of the only like one of the few statue busts things that I have is the I've got the old Bowen thing bust where he's actually got the cigar.
Gotta think that may be one of the last items that Marvel
Yeah.
and nicotine.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So and actually I've got, my Fantastic Four collection over there, but I've got a bunch of thing figures by my desk. I'm actually going to put in another shelf above the Fantastic Four collection to move the thing stuff over there, because that's just kind of open space right now. So yeah.
Lots of things.
I got a thing for things.
That's right, I've got a thing. Where do you fall on Fantastic Four She-Hulk?
Bring it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
Do you still have that San Diego one?
mhm,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to mine.
Um, Yeah, I mean, you're never gonna get me to like probably display a group that's not the core four.
Yeah, but you'd have her to the background or off to the side, right?
Hmm?
Hmm?
What?
You'd
Huh?
have her on the display somewhere, right? Oh, it's given up. 2 hours. That's the normal FwooshCast.
Yeah. There it goes.
Yeah. Oh, do you have any thing rings that do that thing?
I wish I had thing rings.
Man, there's a prop replica that you'd buy, right?
Yeah. Thing ring, do your
Huh.
thing.
There'd be you need 2 of them, right? Wasn't it
Yeah.
the rocks would come flying in?
Yeah. God, that was weird.
Benji Grimm? Was that he was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Man, all kinds of I
Fantastic
brain
Four to
flashes
do.
today.
There's so much Fantastic Four to do.
There is. You know what would be awesome in that room? Well, you don't do a lot of like you haven't got the life size Don or TMNT Leo, huh?
Yeah, because it's Leo.
If it were Donatello, you'd get it right.
I'd have it. Yep.
What do you think of a 1/1 scaled Herbie?
That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah,
That would be
I've never
fun.
thought about that before, but it'd be kind of cool just standing off to the side.
Yeah, that would be a fun, and I've got the perfect place for it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems like the most reasonable to scratch build or whatever
Mhm.
too, if you could find the right shapes.
Yeah, that would be fun for
What about
sure.
a life size thing?
It would have to be perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It it would have to be perfect, which means that it would have to actually be like somebody's taking an exact Jack Kirby thing and bringing it out like that, or that notwithstanding, it would have to have the exact sensibilities in my head when I
yeah.
think of a non-artist specific thing to look the way that he should, right?
It just seems like Herbie would be the least obtrusive in the.
Yeah,
It'd be small. It'd be off to the side.
yeah,
You could program it to do things or have some kind of voice thing or
and and he doesn't, tempt kids to want to set themselves on
that's the
fire.
whole point of Herbie, right?
Yeah.
Don't douse yourself in lighter fluid, kids.
Oh.
But
Oh.
that's over 2 hours, even
Yeah,
considering that we started 5 minutes late.
yeah, it is.
Got to look
It
at your
is.
Marvel Legends that I don't have, and your NECA Goliath that I don't have,
And roadblock that you don't have.
and
So
Roadblock that hey, I've got this. I've got this though.
you've got April. Yep.
I saw
And
somebody complaining about her skin tone on her legs don't match her arms and head. I'm like,
she was wearing pantyhose, right?
exactly. So I may break this open at some point this week, but
And you'll probably get Casey before I'm probably gonna have to rely on you for Casey.
yeah, I've got to hit some WalMarts this week, see what happens.
Yeah.
But is he hitting?
Mm-hmm. He and Super Shredder both are. Yep.
Damn.
That's your Kevin Nash figure.
That's right. Do I have a Kevin Nash? I don't think I have a Big Daddy Cool Big
Well, if
Diesel.
you back the Next Generation Wrestling Ring Mattel Creations Kickstarter thing, you could have a Big Daddy Cool.
If you didn't do it, huh?
I have not.
You have not? Would
I
you
have not.
you missed the Macho Man window too, huh?
I did, which now makes it seem silly. But I don't know. I've got a ring, and I like it, and it works. If it was like a straight up golden age, like mid to late 1980s ring and all of that, with the skirts being correct and like The door. Now, granted, the entrance doorway is really cool because it lights up. That's really, really, really cool. But if it was like 100% classic, I probably would have gone for it. But now I'm just like, I don't know. I think they've done a great job with it. It looks to be very well presented. It's just they picked a strange era for it.
Right. Hold on a second. Boom.
Yeah.
It's at 8,000.
Man, so Doink oh man, so the extra
The ring skirts are open now too.
uh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What were the ring skirts? Was that in your
there's like WrestleMania one or wait, go back up. You missed it.
Yeah, I missed it, didn't I?
There it is.
Oh, WrestleMania and In Your House.
Okay. The WrestleMania ones would work, right?
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a Doink?
Yeah.
You do?
I mean, that looks to be a very slick Doink, but I do a slick Doink.
Slick Doink. You went.
Yeah.
It has like 3 head sculpts too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. I've talked about this once on the weekly. Tracking down pictures of this damn thing that actually shows everything you get is kind of a pain in the ass.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, Mattel needs to put all that information here on this page.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm missing something.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's like not having done the Macho Man thing. I really, it's the other stuff that he comes with. That's what I want more from having missed that.
Yeah.
Because my Macho Man is the Intercontinental Champion era Macho,
Right. Macho.
Yeah. So that's cool, but
slickdoink.com.
No.
What?
No.
Right? It's no Galactus.
Galacticus.
Galacticus.
There's actually a kid that I knew when I was little, and he's called Galactus Galacticus.
Galacticus. I've heard that before too, I think.
Have you?
Like Namer?
Namer the Submariner?
Submariner? I said the way I read Submariner for years was that exact thing, so I can't say too much. Along with Paladin. Over in Spider-Man. Are you nervous for Galactus at all, or you think it's on schedule? It's gonna fund.
It's gonna fund for sure.
Yeah,
it makes me sad that Frankie, we may get Frankie. The next one is obviously looking like a Silver Surfer, which is fine because he's been out of pocket for a little while, but I would have much rather that have been another Herald other than the Surfer, but that's just me.
But you never know. Just because they showed it doesn't mean that it's going to be next. It may just be a placeholder.
True. That's true. I would much rather have Fire Lord or Airwalker in there over another Surfer, but because Surfer to me feels like he needs a vintage card release.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to give everyone a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not worried about it funding. It has 15 days left.
Well, and what do they say about Kickstarters? You get 2/3 of your funding in the first 2 days and the last 2 days or something like that. So
yeah,
if that's the case, it's going to be fine.
Yeah. And people are waiting. People are seeing what happens, see what else is shown. Don't want to back it until it's funded, which is kind of crazy. But hey, you do whatever you need to do. But like I was telling you, there's no way. I was going to skip it, but I can't.
And really thinking about it, it's like I can do some minor modifications to my shelves to get that one to get him to fit too. So I'm not going to do that until he actually arrives. But so I can integrate him into the display. And
yeah, you don't want another Snake Mountain situation where we're scraping ceiling.
Right.
Where he actually bigger than they said.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's cool. I'm more nervous now for Frankie because, they said it. She's not going to be done. Well, she won't be done in the next several years, I think is what
Right.
was said. So,
Right. I'm not even too worried about that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I want it to, though.
yeah.
I can say that. I'm not too nervous, but I figure it's going to hit 16.
It's definitely taken a weird course. I know a lot of people were like, man, 14,000's a lot. Which I kind of agree with. I think it is what it is. I mean, that number was
Yeah.
not pulled at random, right? I do think that it probably would have funded more and faster if the original level was a little bit lower and we were really into what can we unlock next territory now, because that's how that
Yeah.
hype. Because if I were to do it, even if I had to undercut it just a little bit, just knowing that, okay, now we're going to start hitting these stretch goals and everybody's really going to go in on it, I probably would have done it that way. But that's unqualified. I don't care. So,
And this is the polar opposite of the Sentinel, where it got funded and then stretch goals unlocked before we even found out about, it all
yeah,
happened in that first weekend. But then you're left with 30 some odd days of people going, hey, what's next? What else are you going to give us?
yeah.
This. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, I think. But,
No.
and with things how they are, I can understand why the funding goal was that much higher. But
Yeah,
if it funds, it funds.
yeah.
It's basically, to me, it's $400. It may happen. It may not. But I'm getting Galactus. And that's it. I don't really care about the units.
I think it's going to happen
Yeah.
too, because I mean, there hasn't. I mean, I know somebody asked Dan about it a while back, whether or not like their big partner numbers have gone into this yet, and he had said that they had not at that point. I don't know if that has subsequently been updated to include those, but there are going to be retailers with larger buying power who are going to go in on this at some point. And so honestly, I am not scared that he's going to fund. I think at base, it's going to make it.
Right.
It's Frankie that I'm thinking about now, right?
And Unicron was pushed, wasn't it? It was opened up for extra time.
Yeah.
In order for it to, that was more money though, less of of the goal. I can't even remember what their goal was. 8,000, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, Galactus definitely has a lot of. I mean, it takes a lot.
Who needs to army build? Yeah, and that's another thing.
Yeah,
I got my shipping notice on Happy too, but I don't know if he'll say Happy on my shelf or he will become director John Favreau over on my Mandalorian shelf. Jean Favreau, as we like to say.
Jean Favreau directing Batula.
he likes for me to call him Jean, whenever we talk.
Directing Batula.
Or going even further, take that head, put it on Heavy Mando, and you're gonna have unmasked. This is not the way.
Yeah.
Pause visible.
See my face.
You can't see my face.
You zealots. All right.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, we're just two assholes talking on the internet, but
yeah,
I don't know. We've seen Kickstarters like this, not like this, but follow this same pattern. It's going to slow down. It's going to pick back up.
If it gets any type of bump of any significance, mirroring even being in the same ballpark as that first day or two, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but yeah, you got anything else?
That was a lot.
I said, here we go, and I found two other things to talk about before.
Yeah, no, there will be more next week. I'm sure to talk about and focus on. But this was a good one with cool stuff hitting and cool stuff going to be hitting soon. So
yeah. Next week we'll find out whether or not you bought the WWE ring.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? Now you look. I know exactly what you're looking at. Right? They may not know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Is your old ring that is packed to capacity. There's no way you can fit any more figures on that.
It's awfully close. Yeah.
And you made that shelf spot right there specifically for that ring.
Yes.
So it's going to be hard to move to another spot.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to put another ring next to it, right?
Oh yeah, that can't happen.
Yeah. You'd almost have to go to another corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or under it.
In fact, I'm struggling with this because I got the Target Brutus Beefcake, and I even got the Chase because he's got the blue pants, but I haven't opened him yet because I don't know where.
that ring could go on the floor under that, right? Or would it be kind of covered?
It'd be kind of covered, and the big support bar to keep the point of that shelf, secured, would be right in the way, but it's a possibility. God, why do you know?
Because I like helping. You collect stuff. Oh, but yeah, okay. It's will Veebs, do you have the weasel suit Heenan? Of course,
I do.
Yeah,
he's right there. He's just off camera, right there, right there, right there.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that. But yeah, we appreciate everybody coming out, talking about toys and listening to toys and looking at toys and
like we said,
I keep reading comments.
More pictures of the set up on the front page tomorrow, and then on Tuesday, Turtle Talk with Trevor.
Yeah, we'll be up on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that.
If you find it interesting.
Yep. But we will talk to you. No, I'll probably talk to you all sometime this week, and then we'll be back next Sunday with something.
Sunday.
Should we do something? Well, we'll talk about that later. Are we gonna do something special? Or are we gonna?
It's always special.
It's always special when we're talking about toys. But yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Catch you on the Fwoosh.
Get ready for some dark music going out.